going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. My name's Zach Hernandez, episode of the Wrangles Narrative Podcast. Matt is not with us tonight. However, I got my man Mike. Mike, thanks for joining. How you doing tonight?
I am great, and don't worry, everybody. Matt is with us in spirit. You see what I did there? See what I did there?
That's right. Guys, head over to our YouTube channel. If you're joining through Twitter, we cannot see or interact with your comments. Head over to youtube.com/49ers Hive, and we'd love to interact with your comments. We are going to be previewing the 49ers Halloween matchup against the Bears. And as always, all the other 49ers drama that's going on right now. Mike, it's been a while since we've had you on. There's so much going on right now. I think the first thing I want to start talking about is this Seth Wickersham book piece. That is it drama trying to sell a book? Is it factual reporting? It came out this past week that the Niners may have turned down a second-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo in the hopes of trying to obtain a first-round pick, and the Patriots basically said, yeah, right, and hung up. And then Seth Wickersham kind of walked it back and was like, look, I said nothing formal was ever offered. It was very, very informal. What do you make of this?
I hate to call it clickbait, but it's what it is it's striking while the iron is hot, right? You have this big controversy that we should have moved on from Jimmy. The fan base it's not even split anymore. The people who were firmly in, like, the directors and conductors of the Jimmy G train are now like, yeah, I'm running out of excuses for this guy, right? And so you always want to drum up as much interest in a story, and why not now? The 49ers have lost 4 games in a row. Trey Lance was out there. He didn't look great, but did he look as bad as Jimmy? Who knows, right? If they were close, then you probably should be going with the rookie. And the Niners are stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo now. Well, they had a chance to get rid of him, or at least that's what the rumors were. And so now you put this out, that little cliff note, and it blows up. And let's be honest, you're dealing with the most responsive fan base on all of Twitter. 49er fans, you remember how we made Adam Rank damn near famous. Sorry for the language, but we basically made him famous when he came out with that 3-13 prediction, right? And we couldn't wait to rub his nose in it. So much so that, like, he just became a favorite after he started picking the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just I think it's someone taking advantage of a situation and knowing that the time is now to hit send. There was never an offer. And I said it, I don't know if you saw it on my timeline. I said it as soon as the article came out. I said, he starts it with rumors had it, ... 7 sentences later, people are like, oh my God, the 49ers had an offer and they didn't take it. And Kyle's like, then I don't know if you want to go this far, but Kyle goes to the podium and was like, no, because if that was the case, I'd have been on the phone with their head coach. Kyle was like, if we got offered a second, Jimmy's ass was out of here.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty incredible. So, but yeah, it's just someone with the right timing. That's all that is.
Yeah, I agree. Pulling up Seth Wickersham's tweet, he said, I never reported New England offered a second for Jimmy G. I reported that there was an informal discussion. It's public that New England was at least interested in Jimmy. It was waiting to see if the price might drop. Also public that SF might listen to any trade, but wanted a lot for him. Ian Rappaport then kind of shared his kind of 2 cents and basically said it wouldn't have been possible to begin with because the Patriots couldn't have afforded Jimmy Garoppolo's salary. So unless we saw something like was it the Texans paying the Browns to take on Brock Osweiler's contract, or whoever the hell they paid to take on Brock Osweiler's contract? I'm remembering vaguely, but that basically would have happened to happen here. Mike Sando, fantastic reporter for the NFL, from The Athletic, shared the actual snippet from the book of Seth Wickersham, and it says, there was an informal call between a high-level representative of the Patriots and a high-level 49ers official. What was Garoppolo's price? New England wondered if a second-rounder would suffice, calling it even from 2017, but the 49ers wouldn't take less than a first. For a moment at least, San Francisco was counting on Garoppolo to be the quarterback for 2021. Make of that what you will. I agree with you, Mike. It's all done to sell this book. That's kind of what I'm taking it as.
And when there's no agenda, these conversations can actually happen in fun where, you kind of can joke about it, right? And the 49ers are in a very, very similar situation. The first time they called about Garoppolo, the Patriots said no. And then John Lynch even went on the podium and was like, and I chuckled about it, was like, well, what about Tom Brady? Right? It was tongue in cheek, an informal offer. It doesn't mean that people don't pick up the phone and ask about every player on your roster, but that's not an official offer. And so, even if it was something as small as what John Lynch said when he asked about Tom Brady, that doesn't mean that the Niners ever turned down an offer. And it doesn't mean that the Niners made an offer to get Tom Brady. And so we just have to look at what's being said. But we're such a passionate fan base. We're so hooked on this, it's this era, this this TikTok era where 7 seconds, like the smallest little clip, means everything to you. And that's kind of what you get stuck with. So it is what it is, man.
That's a perfect way to explain it. I really do think that's what it is. The shorter attention spans, people are trying to figure it out. It's quicker than ever. With that being said, it kind of does seem like they Brady wanted to come here, and the Niners kind of dropped the ball on that, which is heartbreaking. To be 100% fair, though, that 2019 season, but the last one that Brady was in New England, I was on plenty of podcasts, this one included, saying at this point, I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo and Brady were meeting in the middle, because I don't know if anybody remembers Tom Brady's last season in New England. The guy couldn't throw the ball down the field. He did not look like the Tom Brady that's now in Tampa. And I honestly thought Jimmy Garoppolo at this point in his career is better than Tom Brady at this point in his career. Obviously, I'm eating my words now, and the 49ers are as well. But I mean, at the time, I think it was slightly understandable, but also you have to take into the consideration that's Tom Brady. The amount of knowledge the man brings is even that much more valuable right there. So it's tough, man.